The wind was so loud and the snow so thick on it that he was basically blind. He could barely see the trees to either side, and he was beginning to lose his orientation. Trapp gritted his teeth and stared directly down and just kept putting one foot in front of the other. As long as he followed the road, he would be fine, even if he didn't feel like it. He looked down and noticed a small depression in the snow. Like the footsteps behind him, it was already frosted by fresh snowfall. His instincts, perhaps dulled by the energy-sapping cold and the effort of stomping through the snow, didn't save him on this occasion. He should have acted immediately, but he did not. Trapp glanced left and right and noticed that the same strange indentations were all around him. Footsteps.
Mine? No, they couldn't be.
And that was when he took the first punch. It came out of nowhere. He couldn't see more than a foot ahead in any direction now, and it connected on his neck, just behind the jaw. He spun around, and someone else hit him from behind. The second blow carried with it the force of a carrier jet that had just rocketed off the deck of the USS Nimitz and collided with his lower back. He toppled forward into the snow. The second he went down, someone kicked him, and their boot struck his right thigh, deadening the muscle. The adrenaline kicked in and stifled the pain, but it was already too late. The blows were coming from every angle. There had to be half a dozen attackers, maybe more. He couldn't see their faces, and they probably couldn't see his either. But that didn't seem to dampen their ardor. Trapp struggled to his feet and lashed out at the nearest shape in the storm. His victim doubled over, and Trapp grabbed the guy's head, jammed his gloved fingers into the mouth, and pulled viciously until he felt the skin begin to tear. He felt it rip, but didn't give up. Panicked bloodlust rose within him, salving the pain and feeding him with chemical energy. He couldn't die, not after coming this far. Someone grabbed him tightly and held him until he rocked back with another vicious blow to his stomach. He lost his grip and went down again. He reached out and grabbed a leg, reeling it in, scrabbling in the snow. He rolled onto the man's back and twisted his arm back. He kept turning until he felt it snap. The storm was too intense now to hear it, but he couldn't miss the scream that followed. This was like fighting in a steamy bathhouse. Images weren't clear. They leapt onto him, holding his legs. Another attacker did the same, rolling him onto his front and kneeling on his back. Trapp attempted to rise, but the weight of a third man was too great.
Turn him over.
Trapp recognized the voice.
Pavel.
The big Russian's face leered out of the white haze in front of him. Even with 3 other men holding him down, it was all Trapp could see. He tried to suck in a breath, but his rib cage felt like it might collapse. His lungs were useless. Pavel descended on him. The bruised, angry Russian placed his hands around Trapp's neck and started to squeeze. The pressure was immense. Another burst of adrenaline flooded through his body, offering up a fresh burst of energy, but it was useless. He had no leverage. His limbs were pinned by men who were just as heavy as he was. They had him. Strangulation is a hell of a way to die. It's a hell of a way to kill a man as well. But Trapp sensed that he was far from Pavel's first victim. The man leered down at him with a deranged, rabid snarl as he choked the life out of him. And slowly, second by second, Trapp's vision started to constrict. At first, he didn't notice, consumed by his brain's desperate messages to his lungs demanding air. But then the darkness constricted around his peripheral vision. Pavel's face was all that was left. And then that too began to fade.